What's up? What's up? Been a crazy week, hasn't it? Crazy week, crazy week. Y'all, I don't know how everybody else schedule works, but I'm getting rolling here. Just wanted to take a quick break, quick lunch break. But I want to talk to you. You know, I was talking to one of the young kids and up in college, and he was just telling me, he was like, man, I really appreciate just how you broke down why you're running and the impact that a mayor's race has. And what I told him is, and I was trying to be as frank as possible, is when you have a president that's saying states' rights, states' rights, states' rights, essentially what that means is these big decisions that folks are dealing with, he is going to kick back to the states' rights, which is going to be the governors. 9 times out of 10, these governors are going to be overworked, burdened. They're not going to take on the challenges of these things. So a lot of these things are going to fall back on your mayors and your city councils. Whether they want to break this down to y'all or tell y'all, that's essentially what's going to happen. And so when you think about, right, I'm just being frank, civil rights, segregation, all of those were mayors and city councilors who decided you're going to live on one side of the city, you're going to live on the other, right? That's essentially, but it was all these mayors doing it, which is why these conversations over the legality of these things had to go before the Supreme Court, right? Because you had a mayor and a governor who agreed on segregation, and then you had the federal government who came in and said, well, based upon our U.S. Constitution, you can or you can't do these things. And so us really understanding the role, because they do a great job of saying, oh, mayors just fix potholes and clean up streets. That's not all they do, right? That's not all they do. And so I think we see it with public safety, right? But this is why transparency, accountability in government is just so important. And so we got to really break down these things. And I knew things my race that I'm running, I knew it had to be run differently, which is why I hired one of the youngest campaign managers and strategists who, she's light years ahead of her time, but we got to bring young folks into the space. We talk about young people not voting, young people not showing up, but we're not bringing young people to the table. And that's why for so much of my time, it's spent ensuring that we're talking to people that we want at the table. And if you look at our community, what you're going to see is you're going to see young people and you're going to see young families, right? And families pretty much is the backbone of every community. Like, let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it real. And so I don't know how my video quality is coming out. I'm streaming on multiple platforms right now. I know when you start streaming on Twitter, it does this, we're going to bring you down to like 725, 60, whatever they do. But it's just important to make sure that we're bringing folks to the table and we're having strong conversations. One of the things that I was really proud about in my race last time is a majority of my money was raised off of like my Facebook friends and my friends on social media. I didn't have to go to corporations. I didn't have to sit down with corporations. I didn't have to listen to what they think. And I'm not saying that what they think isn't important. I just think we spend a lot of times talking about employers and not enough time talking about the employees. We just had this Fortune 500 company move into Sandy Springs and they're talking about 3 years and no taxes. And I'm like, wow, why don't we look at how we can incentivize some of these corporations? I don't know, Publix, I don't know, Kroger, to maybe lower some of these daggone food prices, having conversations with on how to incentivize these gas stations to lower these gas prices, and I think people don't really talk again about the power. Like, there's some places like Atlanta that's been really progressive on this front with even like putting moratoriums on rent hikes, right? Like, we're in a day and time where I was just talking to a buddy of mine that's in real estate. He's like, man, these houses aren't selling. We can't move them. Yeah, well, things are tough for a lot of people economically. And so we're not having deep discussions about those things. And so that's why I wanted to make sure that folks knew what I stood for and I stand on. I took a lot of heat because of my statement about immigration and ICE. But I want to be clear on this, and I'm not apologizing for where I stand. When I made that statement, it's because I said to the community that I'm here to represent everybody. And so if you live in this community, I am here to represent you. And you know what? There were a lot of folks who called me who were scared about them, what's going on with their family. And a lot of people think, oh, it's just Hispanics, it's just Hispanics. When you look at the demographics in Georgia, yes, it's Hispanics, but it's Asians, it's Jamaicans, it's Indians. Like, we got to be honest about who the people are that live in our community, who's being impacted. I know at the hospital, there were a lot of nurses that expressed concerns to me. And so we're not talking about this whole violent criminal. We're talking about people who live in our community, people who pay taxes in our community, people who are law-abiding citizens. And so I just think that it's really important. And even with one of the young ladies that her daughter used to go to school with my daughter. She's from Scotland, and she's got some things to work out with her visa, and so now she's in full panic mode. And so I don't think that people are really seeing these issues in terms of impact and how it impacts the community. But these are conversations that I want to bring to the forefront. These are conversations that are important because sometimes, not sometimes, but a lot of times, it takes people who can see the world differently, who are able to have different types of conversations. And right now, in my community, we don't have that. And a lot of people hate when I say it, but I got to be honest. I got to be real. That's what Dante does. We don't have that. And so, we got a mayor who openly endorsed Donald Trump. Probably shouldn't have said the dude's name, 45 Orange Man, however y'all want to say it. But I take issue with that, especially with everything that's going on in our community right now. I'm heartbroken. Our community needs leadership, and they need folks to step up. And that's why I'm here, right? I'm going to be sending a lot of y'all some messages. Why? Because I know I can raise money with people who are everyday people, right? I don't have to run the corporations. I don't have to run to rich, wealthy white folks. Do I have some that we roll with, we kick with, and they like, Dante, we support you. We're going to rock with you no matter what? Yeah. But I want them to see that this is a people-powered campaign. So I'm going to be reaching out to y'all. And listen, if y'all have the means to do so, donate. All I'm asking, based upon just my Facebook alone, right? Just based upon Facebook, that's not counting Twitter, Instagram, any of these other platforms. If you donate $20 to my campaign, and the rest of my Facebook friends donate $20, I have everything I need to run a successful mayoral campaign. Right? That's it. $20. $20. All I'm asking is that you leave Starbucks alone for 1 week just to help your brother out, hook your brother up. Because what's going to happen here is this going to benefit everybody, right? You may look at this and say, oh, man, I don't live in Sandy Springs. It don't matter. Because once I do what I'm supposed to do, it's going to have a ripple effect. And we're going to have a whole lot of conversations with a whole lot of mayors across America about what they can do and why they ain't doing it. And so I want y'all to know that this is about the people. We're going to be fighting for the people because it's important for me. Listen, I had a lot of good people in my life. And so I understand what good leadership does. I understand how good leadership impacts people across the board. And that's what I'm fighting for, is to ensure that in my city and across the state, we've got good leadership, which is why I showed up in our schools. I still, it was interesting. I went in to mentor to some of the middle schoolers yesterday, and they let me know in so many words they didn't want to do the traditional talk session. They just wanted to play basketball, so we played basketball, and they worked your boy. They worked me. They won the first game. I made sure to win the second game. I told them I had to turn into Shaquille O'Neal. We just had to shack that thing. But I'm feeling it today. My back. I'm not as young as I used to be, but I got with them. But listen, y'all, it's amazing because my mom since retired, but what inspired me and what let me know that we can do politics different is when my mom on her retired income made sure that nobody was going to cap her on how much she donated to my campaign last time I ran. Nobody topped my mom. The most that you can give to a campaign is $3,300. She found a way to max that thing out. This is a woman on a fixed income. And I'm not saying that to say I need everybody to give me that type of money. What I'm saying is we can make an impact, y'all. We can make an impact. I'm asking y'all to ride with me because I'm gonna ride for y'all. Y'all have seen me from protesting NAACP. Y'all have seen me in the schools. You understand what I care about. What I care about is equity. What I care about is people. What I care about is making sure that politicians do what they say they're going to do, and that's what's important to me. So I know, excuse me, I threw a lot out here, but a mentor of mine, he's really big on Dante. Speak from the heart, bro. Speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. So I'm streaming on 5 or 6 platforms. Boy, StreamYard is a beast, y'all. Out here in my Dante Carter for Mayor streaming center. I just made that up myself. Yeah, I feel you. But listen, y'all. So all seriousness, I need you. I don't know how else to say that. I need you. I can go other ways of raising this money. And I also know what comes along with that. What I'm saying is, let me tap into y'all. Let's do this from the ground up. Let's show folks that the community ain't done yet, because we're not. Let's make this impact. We can do it. I trust y'all. I believe in y'all. Y'all know y'all can believe on me and believe in me. Y'all seen the resume. You seen how I showed up. You know I ain't gonna take no ish. We just got to do what we need to do. So listen, man. I should have a link in the body of the paragraph here. If not, I'll drop it in the comment section. I just need y'all to know I need you. Like, I don't know how else to say that. I need you. I need you. I need you. So please show up for me. I'm going to show up for you. And let's keep making this thing shake. So I'm logging out, y'all. I got to get back to work. I got more phone calls to make. I just seen my campaign manager jump into the stream. Like, ain't nobody see her come in. Yeah, I synced you. So I know she's going to be like, that boy's supposed to be on making them phone calls. He's supposed to be sending them emails. Why he ain't doing that? Because I need to talk to the people. And I need the people to know I need y'all. So listen, a lot of y'all got direct messages from me last time. They're coming again. I need you to know they're coming again. So before you say, Dante, is this really you? I'm telling you, yes, it is me. I'm going to ask you for $20 because I got 6,000 Facebook followers. And all I need is about 3,000 of y'all to, drop 20 in the bucket for your boy, And I'm like, hey, let's get it. But yeah. So listen, I love y'all. I'm gonna fight for you. This campaign is about fighting for the people. It's about ensuring that, listen, y'all, I grew up at a time where my teachers lived in my community. Like, it's just that simple. They lived in my community, right? Like, and it baffles my mind when I'm just like, man, we got folks driving from almost 2 hours away to come teach our kids. It just baffles my mind. Like, let's do right by people, man. We know what this housing issue is. I'm not saying something that people don't know. Everybody's talking about how hard it is. Everybody's talking about how high the rent is. Everybody's talking about how much these daggone eggs cost. If I hit an eggs thing one more time, we know what the issues are, y'all. We know what they are. What I'm asking y'all to do is rock with a candidate that's going to fight to make your life better. I am. And again, it ain't just Sandy Springs, because when I get in office, I'm telling y'all, when I get in office, we might have a cold chill going down a lot of folks' back, because what you're going to see is you're going to see who was actually working in the best interest of the people and who was working in the best interest of corporations and the 1% with big pockets, because that's all it is 1%. I'm telling y'all, I got these phone numbers. It's literally the same 1% funding this campaign, funding that campaign, because these folks don't want to have real conversations with the people. I'm here to have a real conversation with the people. And good thing is, if all y'all donate, I ain't gotta list all these big names on the disclosure, right? Because I ain't gotta report it if it ain't over $100. So holla at your boy. Y'all, let me stop. I gotta stop playing. But listen, I just want people to understand what the process is, and understand how to make an impact. So I love y'all. Please, if you have the means, donate. Our filing date is tomorrow. And so we want a strong showing, of course, but more importantly, man, I want folks to understand that there's a community of people who are asking for something different, who desire something different. And I know it's there. and I've been with y'all and I talked to folks in the schools. I mean, everything. We've been around it. And so um, rock with your boy. And I'm gonna rock with you. And I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.